You're right that Allah is below, and the angels are as well. Allah and the angels are above humanity. Therefore, it would be Allah applied to both of them. So that's absolutely right. But it's still very confusing as to why.
You're an Arab. What does kataba mean?
Kataba. Writing.
Right. If I say kataba Allahu alayka as-salat, it doesn't mean right. It means that He has obliged. So kataba ala totally different than kataba. So you cannot, a verb has to be added with the conjunction or whatever it's called. Makes a big difference.
But why do they, but still,
this is the language.
Bro, but it still doesn't answer the question of why do they say salat instead of barakat. It still doesn't answer that.
We can dig why.
Like, but I get what you're saying. I think that there is a meaning there. It's probably like understand, like I think you're probably right. But I'll just say that. I'll just say that, but I still don't understand why they're saying. And that's why the brothers are confused, because it's like it's using salat.
What does salat before Islam mean? That's a big question. You know, before Islam. What does wudu? You know wudu. What does wudu before Islam mean? You know.
No.
It doesn't mean wudu that we're doing. It means being clean, being white, being
purified.
Wudu'a. So before Islam, someone says, I'm making wudu.
Like dua.
Exactly like dua. Bravo. So salah before Islam doesn't mean prayer. It means dua. It means blessing. The Quran used this because it's the closest meaning that we can use. He didn't introduce a new word because he's talking to Arab, so he has to find the best Arabic word that comes close.
But for me, it makes more sense to say barakat though. It just makes more sense.
Who said it's only barakah? Why are you limiting it to barakah?
Because that's the literal, that's the closest meaning to the word. Especially if you're especially if
I'll tell you why.
1 second. Let me finish this sentence because I'm hearing you. I'm actually listening to you. I think no, bro. I think you've been like very honest, and I like your approach way better than this guy because he just talks over. But it still doesn't make sense because it's like there's, especially when we're translating it into English, it's translating into blessing, and the closest meaning to blessing is barakat.
Okay, I'll tell you why.
Maybe there's a different word in English that doesn't exist.
Because prayers will be blessing, forgiveness, mercy. So if you only pay blessing, you're limiting. It doesn't want only blessing. Who said it's only blessing? It's blessing and mercy.
So can you show me another place in the Quran where it substitutes like mercy and all
no, I don't have to get from the Quran.
Because that will help. That will help me a lot.
I don't have to give you from the Quran. I can give you from the Arabic language. Because by the way, if you only one of the ways of learning Arabic.
Can you just stand this way?
This way, better.
Which just way? Like here. Yeah. Okay. It's like I'm getting blinded constantly.
You know, if you only understand Arabic from the Quran, that's totally wrong. The way to learn Arabic is first from the literature, from the shi'r, from the poetry, and then from the Quran. Because if you only limit, the Quran uses this word only one time, then you're not getting the right understanding of this word. You have to use it, you have to listen to a word in different contexts to understand what it really means. So this is not a right question, honestly. You have to tell me, was it used in similar contexts in other forms or not in the Quran? This is the right question.
Bro, believe me, I'm trying. But I'm half convinced. I do completely understand what you're saying, and you're right, but I'm still half convinced, and the reason why I'm still unconvinced a little bit, well, massively, is because the closest, like, there's a closer translation to what you're trying to say, what Allah's trying to say with the salat, which is barakat. That's a closer word.
I didn't say barakat only. I said barakat.
No, in this instance, it's just for me that's a closer meaning. Saying salat ala.
I will not. My approach. I will not often say it's barakat. I will say praying over. Doesn't mean praying to, because the over automatically removes the possibility that it means praying a salat adiyya.
What do you mean? No, because if we're praying over something, we're using God's blessing.
Exactly.
To pray over.
No. Would it help if I gave a few?
Again, there's still
would it help if I gave a few English translations of this particular verse to see how people?
I would go to the original dictionaries of Arabic and see the word Salah, how is it used in different contexts? That's what I would do.
I hear that,
but I didn't do this. I had to do some homework just to be more fair with you.
I hear that, but maybe it would be worthwhile just saying some of these things. Okay. At least then people can hear what we're talking about. Okay. So from Dr. Mustafa Khattab, he reads in his translation, "Indeed, Allah showers His blessings upon the Prophet, and His angels pray for him." So he uses words of blessings and pray just to cover one word there.
Did he use upon? Sorry, was it upon?
And it says, "Indeed, Allah showers His blessings upon the Prophet, and His angels pray for him." But we read it from the Arabic, it's indeed
for the Prophet.
Yes, but when we read in the Arabic, it says, "Indeed, Allah and His angels give salat."
Yeah, but
right?
pray for him, not pray to him.
And then it goes after. But no,
What
but let
does
me
pray
just,
for
let
him
me,
mean?
let me ask.
No, what do you understand?
No. Let me just read it. Please.
Because I already know what you're saying.
In Sahih International, it says, "Indeed, Allah confers blessings on the Prophet, and His angels ask him to do so." In the brackets. And then it says in Usmani, "Surely Allah and His angels send blessings to the Prophet." So in this reading, it says, "Surely Allah and His angels send blessings." So together they send blessings in this reading. There's no distinction in one blessing and then one giving a prayer.
So this is actually another point.
And let me keep going. This is what we're trying to get to. In another translation, it says, "Allah sends His salat," and they put in brackets, "graces, honors, blessings, mercies." I think that's
which
what
is
you
what
were
you're
saying.
trying to say. Yeah.
So you want to limit it to blessing? That's not right.
Hold on. On the Prophet Muhammad, and also his angels in the brackets ask Allah to bless and forgive him. So there's a lot being inferred here. And one more translation directly from the Google Translate. It says, "Indeed, Allah and His angels send blessings upon the Prophet." So my gripe is just with the word blessings, right?
One thing I'll say though to you, just bro, I think that you're a very honest man.
This guy's a great guy. I love this guy. Honestly, I love this guy.
And I do tell you, clearly you are honest, right? And say especially the Allah thing, that's very helpful. But do you agree that it can confuse things a little bit? The fact that it uses salat to salli,
It will never confuse because
to salon, sorry.
Because
salon.
if Allah says something.
No, but I know what you're saying. I hear it from your perspective, but like from our perspective.
No, if you know Arabic, if you know the word Allah, you will never be confused because salli ala removes
even for the Arabic speaker though.
Who's Arabic speaker? I studied Arabic. Most of the people here don't know.
You studied Arabic, but I speak Arabic. I didn't study it, but I spoke it. It's my mother tongue.
It's not enough.
So
you.
for me, yeah, I know, but you have to study it to understand. But do you agree?
It's not used
But
anymore.
my question, just to like, do you get that for the average Arabic speaker?
I don't care about the average Arabic speaker.
I know that you don't, but I know that you don't care. That's a different question.
Because an average Arabic speaker is like an American for me.
I'm very complimentary of you because you're, but please be with me. Stick with me here. I know that you don't care about the average Arabic speaker. That's not what I'm asking you. I'm asking you for the average Arabic speaker who you don't care about. Do you agree that it can be confusing to see the word tasalli, yasallun, instead of yabarakun?
A lot of things could be confusing to an
Do you just agree with that? Do you just agree with that though?
If I give you this,
you don't have to agree with me in general or this point in general.
I didn't make I can go around to Arabic speakers and ask them.
Keep your head in one place because the sunlight, bro. Every time you move, I'm blinded.
Do you guys want to? You stand here.
Yeah. So honestly, I don't know. I didn't make an interview.
You're being recorded, by the way.
But what I'm saying is irrelevant to the subject.
Yeah, sorry, give me a second.
Quranic Arabic is not
to
used now
talk
in
after,
everyday life. You know that. My daughter speaks Arabic better than anyone. Let her read the Quran or an Arabic literature normal in a newspaper. She doesn't understand. No, she doesn't understand the newspaper, and she speaks Egyptian Arabic fluent. So this I cannot judge. Yeah, okay. So this is not a reference. A reference is anyone who studied Arabic. I studied Arabic for 10 years, so I know there's a difference. Very primitive.
I'm sure you know.
صلي على صلي إلى صلي في صلي من.
I'm sure you're right, and I said that a few times. I'm sure you're right.
So
I'm just saying, do you agree that for the average speaker, it can be confusing? Yeah, that's what we're saying. That's what we're saying,
of course.
Because his whole point from the very beginning has just been like, all right, well, listen, meaning afterwards, but just let's look at the translation.
Yeah.
That's all he was saying, and I think
honestly,
so. Like,
guys,
this is why it's caused this confusion.
If anyone, if you ask an Arabic person who studied Arabic, automatically صلي على, he doesn't even come close. That it comes as a prayer. He doesn't understand it because Allah automatically removes any kind of dispute.
Okay, so can I ask you a question then? So if I said I give salat to someone,
To or upon, that's different.
okay, let me make sure I'm reading this. Upon.
That's
Let's say
else.
upon, right?
That's a different story.
No, I think that's how it translates though. Indeed, Allah and His angels send blessings upon the Prophet.
See,
Right?
It cannot be two. It's a different meaning.
Okay, let me just give my example if you don't mind.
Yeah, of course.
If I say that I give prayers upon someone, that would have one meaning, right? But if I said Allah gives prayers upon someone, it would have another meaning, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'll give you an example.
So it could be the exact same sentence.
Inna Allah.
Wait, one second. I just want to make sure. it could be the exact same sentence, but because the subject changes, the meaning changes.
Could be.
For example, if it said Allah's angel sends Salat upon the Prophet, and actually let me read it from the thing. If it says, we're here. If it says Allah converts Allah's angels, if it says surely Allah's angels send blessings to the Prophet, that's Usmani's English translation. If it says surely Allah's angel sends blessings to the Prophet, that would have one understanding. But if it says surely Allah sends blessings to the Prophet, that would have another understanding. Is that what you're telling me?
It could be. It doesn't have to be.
But that's what I'm trying to understand. Do you see what I mean? Because both of these.
I'll tell you an example. Me and you would agree on this. Allah, give me money. Is that an order? In Arabic, give, this is an order. We use it as an order. If Allah says to someone, do this, it's an order. But when I ask Allah, tell him, give me, it's not an order. It's a request. Okay. How did I know this? From the context. You cannot say it's an order to Allah. Although the Arabic word, it's an amr, it's an order in the Arabic. So subject and object, sometimes it makes a difference, and sometimes it doesn't.
Okay.
Here, I don't need to say this argument aslan because I have ala, upon. So it just removes anything upon.
So I see what you mean then. Just correct me if I'm wrong. So because it has Allah in it, it could. But I want to know
here. No, I don't need this aslan argument.
Okay.
Oh, hang on. But so I think. But what if it still says Allah upon Allah, but it's just another human being? Like Hassan, Yasali.
Like you did in your translation.
Say it.
Yeah, Hassan wal Malaika yusallun ala nabi.
Yusallun ala nabi.
Yeah.
Hassan.
It cannot be prayer too.
No, but Hassan, is it still blessings?
Yes,
or is it still prayer?
It has to be blessing.
So
because it's not
Allah.
prayer.
It's Hassan.
As long as you have Allah, it removes the idea that it's prayers asking.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm.
So it only means okay. So it's okay.
That's it.
So it only means blessings when Allah is invoked.
No,
we
have Allah.
It's not
fun.
It's anything. So you can say Hassan wa malakatuhu yasalli ila.
Okay.
It makes it pray.
Okay.
Ila means above, to
Hey,
above.
how are you?
And Allah means below,
Exactly.
or like the same level.
Okay.
So if it's Allah, it does change the meaning of
100%.
It changes the meaning of the.
It's a different story.
The thing. The
Okay.
word.
So in this,
It's not the,
Like
it's not the
kataba.
Allah. It's
Like
the,
kataba.
It's the Allah.
Kataba means write. I wrote a book. If I say katabtu alayka, that means I have ordered you to do so.
Okay.
So what's order and kataba? Different. How did I know the difference? Ala. Ala changes the verb. So you cannot tell me salah.
so what's the best way to understand this?
He's
verse
giving
then?
his prayers upon someone. So in this case, prayer in the Arabic language has different meanings.
I'll show you the best way to understand it. If you go to the Arabic,
Yeah.
I'll show you the word. So it's the word that follows it. It's Allah.
Exactly.
Because Allah is below.
Okay.
Allah is pointing to below.
But it says and.
So that changes it.
Oh, okay. So, but in the context with the angels, how does it affect the angels?
The angel.
Because the angels and Allah are connected.
It doesn't. It's literally just the Allah word. The
Allah makes it
Allah,
different.
not ilah.
Okay.
Only that changes it.
So that means then that word
I'm
salat.
still confused as to why they use the word salat.
And
They
salat-
can make
no.
it easier for everyone and say use the word
because
blessing.
if you make blessing, you're
okay.
limited. But when you make prayers, it contains blessings, mercy,
okay.
blah blah blah.
Okay,
So
okay.
you're making
Fine,
it, expanding
fine.
the meaning. And
Okay, that makes sense. That makes
the
sense.
reason.
Thank you for clarifying
Because
that.
that's a good point. So he's saying salat can encompass a bunch of other things.
Of course.
Whereas if you're using barakat, okay,
That's
now
different.
you've answered my second question. If
Okay.
you use the word barakat, it only restricts it only to blessing and
Okay.
removes like mercy. Blah, blah.
And it will be not eloquent enough if you can use a word that has rich meanings
Yeah.
and limit it to one meaning. That's not right.
Yeah, I like you, man. You're very helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, this
I
is what we
appreciate
wanted to talk about. Thank
that.
you.
That's
You know, and that's all we said to the guys who were here before. We said, can you help us understand this? Let's not debate, you know, the other stuff. Let's just help us to understand what the Arabic is saying.
exactly. Like
I wanna
someone-
see-
someone like you would have been perfect. From
Oh,
the
that's why I like
beginning.
this guy. You know,
He's a
we've
friend of
spoken
mine.
many
We know
times.
each other.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
very important
Yeah.
that you know the word. This is the basics. If you learn the word only from the Quran, you will never understand. Like if you want to learn an English language word from the Bible,
Yeah.
you will never understand the real meaning. You have to listen it to different contexts to mean exactly what it means.
Okay.
But if this word is only mentioned once in the Bible,
It's like,
you will never be able to
it's
understand
like
the right
love,
word.
but you've got agape, you've got different types of love, right? You've got
Yeah,
godly
yeah,
love.
yeah. But okay.
But you can restrict it to godly love only.
And that's why
in some
the
cases.
first thing before I learned the Quran, my sheikh told me, you want to learn Quran? I told him yes. I want to memorize. No, he told me no. Go memorize poetry, and I went to memorize like 1,000 verses of poetry. Why? I didn't understand why. The reason is that when you listen to the word in different many times, you really understand what it means. So when you come and read it in the Quran, you know it. It's different than you just the first time you encounter this word is in the Quran. You will never understand what it means.
Okay.
You have to listen to different sentences, different usages to really understand.
Thanks for explaining. I've got to have a chat with Abbas now.
Abbas is here. Listen to that.
Yeah, let me just get him, and then we can see if we can have this discussion. I'll stay here because it's nice.